So the truth is that I do not have 10 years of experience, but what I do have under my belt is the best copywriting and email marketing frameworks learned from the best copywriters, from the best marketers in the game. And I can tell you that if your subject line is trash, then whatever's in your email does not matter. Because before anyone reads a single word from your email, they see one thing, and that's your subject line. And if it doesn't grab their attention or it doesn't spark curiosity immediately after they see your email, then nothing else matters, because they will just ignore the email. And that's why in this video I'm going to break down, I'm going to tell you exactly if you should use emojis, if you're just staring at a blank screen not knowing exactly what subject line you should write. I'm going to give you copy paste formulas that you can use, plus you're going to know exactly when and how to use urgency, humor, curiosity, and FOMO. Plus you're going to understand how to avoid the common mistakes that get emails ignored and mark you as spam. I'm going to also tell you free tools that you can use to do that, right? So basic rules you have to follow is that you have to keep your subject line simple, you have to keep your subject line short, 40 to 50 characters max, because many emails are opened on phones and long subject lines get cut off. So aim for 40 to 50 characters. Roughly it can be like 5 to 9 words, so count before you send. Okay, a good example can be like 5 tools I use to write faster, instead of here are the 5 amazing tools that I personally use every single day to write faster. Now this can work if it's inside the email, to just hook the people inside, okay, so that they can just keep reading on the email. It's very perfect. But this, for subject line, this is enough, right? This is really good. Okay, the other thing is that you have to use action verbs at the start. Okay, so it can be like download your free template today, it can be like unlock your account benefits, it can be like fix your marketing in 10 minutes. Okay, so the more actionable verbs that you can use, then your emails will catch attention and it will push the readers into acting and opening your emails. The other thing is that you have to use numbers when you can, okay, because numbers make subject line feel concrete and scannable. Okay, data shows that 20% average open rates for subject lines with numbers, okay, and 12% without numbers. So you're going to get more opens if you're going to use numbers in your subject line. Next is limit emojis or skip them. You do not have to use emojis in your subject line. Okay, the fewer emojis you can use in your subject line, the more people trust you and the more people they open your emails. So these are the rules, but rules alone won't make your emails magnetic. Okay, the next section covers the psychological triggers that make people feel they have to open your emails. So let's get into it. Number one is curiosity. You have to open a loop that they need to close, because the human brain hates unfinished information. So a subject line that hints at something without revealing it, it creates an itch in the reader, okay, that he has to close that gap, right? So a good example of curiosity trigger subject lines can be the marketing mistake 90% of beginners make. Now this cannot be the greatest subject line, but it's an example of a subject line that creates curiosity. Why? Because the marketing mistake, what do you mean by the marketing mistake? Okay, another example is that you won't believe what we changed this month. Okay, so if this is your newsletter and something like that, and people have been opening your newsletter for a while, then this works well. It triggers curiosity and people want to know more because they're in your newsletter so that they can get more information, right? So this triggers their curiosity and they're going to open the email. Second thing is urgency or FOMO, which I call the fear of missing out. You have to make waiting feel like losing, right? So a deadline, a limited availability creates pressure to act now. So this works especially well for offers, events, or time sensitive content. Example, it can be if you have already seen emails like last call, doors close at midnight, urgent, only 1 day left to claim your spot. It doesn't matter if you do not like this kind of subject lines, right? Most people do not like them, but the thing is that they work, right? So if you do not like them, that's good, but they work, and that's what exactly matters. You have to use some kind of urgency, some kind of FOMO, okay, to make people feel like they're losing out, right? And the third thing is speak to their pain points, right? Show that you get them, show that you understand where they're coming from, okay? Because when someone reads a subject line and thinks that's exactly my problem, he understands me, then they will open the email. Okay, this requires knowing your audience deeply, what's frustrating them, what's are they struggling with, and what they wish was easier, or what is keeping them at night. Okay, so examples can be like tired of getting rejected from marketing jobs, right? This is a pain point, right? Or it can be like still spending hours writing a single email. Or for cold outreaches, it can be like still sending cold emails and not getting responses, still posting on Instagram and not getting views, right? Something like that. Speak to the pain points, right? It will get them to open the email. The first thing is humor, okay? Be the one they look forward to. A little humor makes you stand out in a crowded inbox, where most people just send a bunch of crappy subject lines, okay, boring subject lines. So it doesn't matter what industry you're in, being the email someone actually smiles at reading gives you a huge edge. So it doesn't need to be like really funny, but it has to be that, it has to have that kind of humor. Okay, so for example, it can be like, deals so good we are blushing. You can add an emoji right here, but it's not a must, right? Another example can be like, try this. You can be more specific, but you can just go like, try this, your inbox will thank you. Now we know exactly how to make our subject line, and we know what to say in the subject line, but there's a trick that can nearly triple your open rates before you even write a single word, and this is called personalization. Okay, personalization makes the reader feel like the email was written for them specifically. It wasn't written like, it wasn't blasted out to 1,000 people, to a list of 10,000 people. It was written for them, and it was sent specifically for them. So the simplest version is just using their name, right? It's what everyone is using, but I'm going to show you exactly what to do. Okay, so most tools like MailChimp, Brevo, ConvertKit, depends to what you're using, they let you insert a match tag like first name, something like this, like exactly as how it is, into your subject line to use it when you need to input your audience's, let's say like your reader's first name, right? So something like this, it can be like an example. First name, your October marketing tips are here, right? So call in, your October marketing tips are here, right? So what if you could go a little bit further, okay, and send completely different subject lines to different types of readers on the same list? That's exactly what segmentation lets you do. So segmentation, right message for the right person. So segmentation means splitting your list. I know that you know that. It's splitting your list according to different groups. It can be like new subscribers, the ones who have come into your email, and these people need different subject lines, right? So for new subscribers, can be like, welcome, here's what you expect from us, so that you can welcome them into your list or into your community. For inactive subscribers, it's like, we miss you, here's something just for you, something like that, right? For advanced users, so people who have like engaged with you, they've already bought maybe your course or your program or your product or your service, you can go like something really good internal, like what we have talked about, right? And for beginners, you can give them step-by-step guides, you can give them tips and stuff like that, right? Just to keep them engaged in something like that. But here is something most beginners skip, okay, entirely, with emails and subject lines and stuff like that, and it's totally a gold mine, okay? And this is the pre-header text, right? So for example, we can have a subject line like, your upgrade is here, maybe calling, your upgrade is here, right? The pre-header is the preview text that most people see, right? Now this is like, yes, most people, most business owners think that this does not work, but it also enforces what your subject line talks about, okay? And it helps you get more audience as well. So focusing on the pre-header or focusing on the preview text also is good, because it helps the subject line. It's like, it hits harder on what the subject line is talking about. So make sure that you have also a pre-header that is a pre-subject line to the main subject line. You get what I mean, right? So an example can be this one, okay? But here are some of the copy-paste templates that you can use. Benefit, number plus benefit. So it's like 5 ways to write faster emails. Or you can be like, you can just target the pain points, right? Using a question. So still struggling to get replies to your emails, something like that. Or you can use the how-to method, right? Now the how-to method is like how to achieve outcome, right? In easily, it can be like in 10 days, like easily, here's how to achieve to double your open rates in a week, like something like that. How to double your open rates in a week, right? But another one can be actionable verb plus desired thing. So unlock your free content calendar template now, or here, or something like that. Or you can use agency formula, or you can use curiosity formulas, right? So you have got the formulas. Now let's look on the free tools that will help you sharpen your subject lines on the next level. Okay, so some tools can be like ChatGPT. Okay, this is an AI assistant. Do not use ChatGPT to write copy, but instead you can just generate ideas that you can use to write best subject lines, right? According to what I give you. So a prompt to try, it can be like this one: act as an email marketing expert. My audience is blah blah blah. The email is about blah blah blah. You can give it what your audience likes, what your the pain points of your audience, the desires of your audience, the dream outcome for your audience, the fears for your audience, and you can tell it to suggest 10 subject lines using the curiosity and agency, and you can tell it to keep it under 50 words, right? 50 characters. It will help you do that, right? Others that you can use, free tools, it can be like really good emails, reallygoodemails.com. Right here you can go, it's a free library of real emails from real brands, from real organization and industry and business owners, and you can just go there and take inspiration from that. Also, you can subscribe to competitors newsletters, right? All this won't work if you do not test it on your own. So you have to split test, A/B test every single email and see what works for your audience. So A/B testing means sending 2 different subject lines to 2.5 of your list to see which gets the more opens. for you. Okay, it sounds advanced, but it's actually simple, right? It's just A/B testing and sending different subject lines to the same email and see which one works better and see which one works for your audience. So the bottom line is that you can use 40 to 50 characters max per your subject line. Reduce punctuations. Don't use multiple. You can use just, don't even use them, right? The other thing is that you can skip emojis. Do not use emojis. You can use one or none at all. Another thing is that you need to use numbers, because numbers help your subject line stand out. Personalization is also another thing. It helps your email, your subject line stand out. Actionable verbs, psychological hooks, okay, like curiosity, pain points, pain, humor, right, urgency. Plus also add a preview text, right? A preview header helps a lot. But do not forget to A/B test to see what works for your audience. So that's it. I hope you find value from this. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.